This looks good. Some misty rain. It's the lazy rain that goes right through you, doesn't go around you. You get soaked in it. But here she is. Sylvia. One of Richard Keane's fleet. That's the Scalloping boat. Don't know who's on board. Matt's definitely on board, and I think Richard might be at the wheel. Or could it be Dennis? I don't know. She's a fine boat. Great in rough weather as well. She's not crank or anything like that. She sits in the water lovely. There she comes. Ah, we got Dave. It's Dave on board. Roger.
What are you going? What's at this end? We've never loaded at this end before. It's the old time count.
Oh, there you go. Got a bit of row in there as well by the looks of it. You done alright on the plat?
Yeah, it's nice, yeah. Yeah, a few scallops.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Anyone else diving up there?
Yeah, Matt was up there with one of his guys. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Is everyone catching?
It looked like he was catching as well. I seen him go past with the torch.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that dark?
Yeah. Well, it didn't seem that dark.
40 metres?
No, only 30, 32.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Oh well, looks like the viz has got a bit better then.
It is a little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Feels like I haven't been diving for months. I think there's too much tide. That's all right. Too much tide. Yeah, we went, yeah.
My mistake.
4.6 knots there, so this would show how quick we're going. Yeah, look, 7.5 knots, this thing only goes 6. It's going to hit 8 knots in a minute. That shows you how much tide there is. There you go, 8 knots. So there's probably 2 knots of running tide through here, so I think we'll just go further down that way. Reckon we'll get away going across the harbour mouth, but further out. 25-ish. Welcome back to Bailiwick Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Falaise and you are joining us on another dive. This one is very tidal. There's a current running quite quickly south and we've jumped in just up from the ammunition wreck outside St Peter Port Harbour. Problem with this one is we are drifting down towards that shipwreck. We don't know where it is. We're not sure how long it's going to take to get there. So it's always at the back of our minds we're going to run into it. And believe me, in the dark you don't want to be running into any big shipwrecks. To swim up 4 or 5 metres quickly isn't good for scuba diving, but when you're in the middle of the shipwreck you can't go swim left or right. You've got to go up and over the top. The tide will probably end up carrying you over the top anyway. If you didn't know what that was one of the legs off the bottom of one of them plastic bollards you see in the roads. It's another thing to add to my list of really extraordinary things you find under the sea. And I have found some absolute crazy stuff. The only real clue to if we're going to hit this shipwreck or not is the depth. So I know the stern of this shipwreck's around about 27 metres and it's dropping down to about 35 metres towards the bow. Look at this, there's still crabs in balls. None of them are pearlers either. Obviously it's strength in numbers because of the octopus nowadays. This is an area where you don't get them in massive volumes, but what you do, you get them in quantity, is in terms of size. So they are big scallops around here. but you won't find hundreds of them. You'll more find a couple of dozen, but they'll all be decent size. There's plenty of smalls around as well, which is always good. And the tide is dragging me down this slope. It doesn't look like it's a slope, but yeah, we're heading down. You can see now I'm at 27 meters, so I really hope we don't hit that shipwreck. Probably asking yourself, why do we even bother diving here then if we knew we were going to hit the shipwreck? Well, to be honest, we didn't have much choice, because further north, where between Guernsey and Herm channels in, it funnels in, so the tide runs faster between Longhoog and Herm. In that location, as you come further south, there's a larger bottleneck, as it were, so the tide is slacking a little bit more. We just wanted to go in this location, pretty much. Another thing that isn't really helping us is the fact it's an overcast day. The sun keeps coming out then going behind a cloud, so it's amazing the difference it makes underwater when the sun goes behind a cloud. Another thing that's that shipwreck, that's exactly what will happen when we come up to the shipwreck. It will cast a shadow over us and then we end up hitting it. I don't think we're going to hit it though. I know we're travelling fast, but we've got a long way to go before we get down to that shipwreck, so I think we're going to be okay. You'll probably notice the seabed will change slightly as well. It'll go a little bit rustier, which is understandable. And there's a little bit more junk outside the harbour mouth than there is up on this sandbank here. Don't get me wrong, there is some weird stuff up here, including loads of crabs that keep walking out in front of us from the dark. One of the main issues when you're diving in tide like this, and there's quite a lot, when you kick up the silt behind you with your fins, like you naturally do, or with your bag, or as you pick up scallops, it tends to follow you. It kind of sticks to you and kind of slowly travels ahead of you, so you get all this horrible silty stuff in front of your eyes. It's a bit of a nightmare. Obviously it severely cuts down how much scallop you can find, and that's the beauty of an excuse for me to not get many. No, only joking. Yeah, it's just a right pain. Also, when you're diving with someone else, I've got Mesh with me. She hasn't got a delay back to the surface, so we kind of stay together. And at the end of the dive, she'll fill her bag up, I'll fill my bag up, and she'll clip her bag onto my bag, and I'll reel it up. Another trick I do, as you'll see I'm doing now, is I'll cut across the tide. You see all the seaweeds travelling over my left shoulder? What's this, a gazoo? See, loads of rubbish around here. So I'd cut across the tide. Normally I'd only do this on my own because the person behind you is obviously getting loads of silt still. So that's what I tend to do. Clears the visibility up quite a lot. And we need to do that anyway because we're too deep, and I think we're probably going to hit the shipwreck. Keep checking my depth and my total time surface. Also how much of my no decompression limit I've got left. Got 8 minutes, so that's quite a lot. Every so often we do see fish swimming along. Catch it out the corner of our eye. They tend to either be dogfish or these. This is a red gurnard. Try and stop and see if we can film him. They got amazing eyes, these things. They're like almost like, some can be emerald green and others can be like lapis blue. They're awesome. A lovely yellow ring around the outside as well. I take it they need eyes this big because, you know, they probably hunt in the dark. And they've obviously got them little bits of the adaptions from their fins that they walk along the seabed with. Another thing they're really good at is they turn white. When they swim off, they try and change their skin colour from red down to white to kind of, so you just basically lose them. They camouflage themselves in. Had some absolutely amazing scallops. These are the ones you want. You want the ones that are at least 10 mil over the minimum size. because they've got decent weight to them. Some of them are a third more in weight, being an extra 10mm larger than the gauge. And when you sell scallops, or when Richard sells scallops, the bigger the weight, the more he gets. So we'd rather take the ones that are 10mm over the gauge than the ones that are, you know, 3 or 4mm over the gauge. Just makes more economical sense. We've still got loads of air left. We have been at 30 metres. 30 metres is, if you didn't know, for scuba diving is the advanced level of depth. And we tend to, majority of my dives are between 25 and 35 metres. That's where all the nice prime scallops are. Around Guernsey anyway. You will get some nice ones in the shallows. Another thing there's plenty of is sherds of pottery. I thought I was very lucky with this one because we're next to a World War II shipwreck, and I know there's loads of crockery that's come off of it. I was kind of hoping to see Kriegsmarine on the outside of it, but not this time. We'll put it in the bag, we'll have a read of it when we get back to the surface. Tend not to waste my time looking at stuff on the water, I'll just take it up with me. If it's no good, I'll slip it back into the water. Got a good feeling we've actually passed the shipwreck. I don't think we've actually seen it. I don't know, I could just tell by the sand we're kind of heading down past it now. It gets a little bit finer for a little bit around the harbour mouth, and then it goes into some horrible sort of slag heaps as you go further south again, and it starts to drop down to about 40-45 metres. It's gone really dark. The camera doesn't do it any justice for a change. If this was a GoPro, it'd be almost pitch black. It's only because the Insta 360 Pro Ace is really good at low light capture. Got 6 minutes left. I think we'll probably do another 3 or 4 minutes and we'll end up heading back up. Not really enjoying this dive. I mean, I've got a few scallops, but it's one of them dives you just can't be fussy. When the tide is doing stuff like it is, it's now starting to make onto the spring tide. You just got to go out and go diving. Got to make do with what you're given. Mother Nature isn't going to change just because I want to go diving. These are absolutely lovely scallops. There's definitely next year's scallops here. That one only needs about another 10mm to be the minimum size. Never get disheartened, that's what Keeney says to us. Never get disheartened. That scallop's a sneaky peek at next year's dive. Little cuttlefish as well. Loads of these around. You've probably noticed, but all the scallops' mouths are actually closed at the moment. That's why they're so hard to see. So because the tide's pushing really hard and there's a lot of silt moving with this tide, what these scallops tend to do is close their mouth up and tend not to breathe as much or not feel to feed. When the tide slackens off again, you'll find they're open up and they're a little bit easier to see because you'll see the little tiny hairs from the scallop frills sticking out. The trick is, and my mate Tim Moy always used to say this, if there's a hole, put your finger in it, there's probably a scallop inside it, even if you can't see it. I'll tell you what, it does work. Just goes to show, you do get some bad dives, you get some poor visibility dives, you get some cold, dark, dingy dives, even in Guernsey. I mean, all the other times of year it's kind of nice, and we've been spoilt since about 2015 onwards. We've had quite good visibility years. 2 or 3 years previous to that it was bad. Put it this way, you couldn't see your hands on some of the dives I've done. You're literally working around in the dark. Got to plan your dives a little bit further in advance. You can't start diving where you see boffs on the surface with flags, because that's where nets have been set. Visibility is literally going down to 0 now. It's maybe because we can't go in any other direction. We've come around a big swooping right hand corner, and now we're at the edge of the sandbank, and it's only going to drop deeper and deeper. So really I've only got one decision to be made. Do I go up now, or do I wait another 2 minutes? Decision's been made. Don't chase a timer. Let's do 1 minute and then head up. Normally I say one more scallop. Well, I've lost out this time. I'm down to 1 minute. We're going to head up. I didn't get my last scallop, but you need to know when to leave. Looks like Michelle's picked up a couple of bits of crockery. 2 coppers by the looks of it. I think she might have beaten me. I think she has. For us that was a quick dive, 22 minutes. I'm going to be out of the water in 25 minutes. So we've only got, well, we'll split the tank in half. We'll use the second half of my air on the second dive. Ready? Didn't know you hit on. That would have been a cold one.
It's funny how you get used to doing something,
Yeah.
and then you don't do it.
If it's not in the right order.
I'm going to take all the gear off.
Or all even like one of your hoses is ½ inch too short. You're like, that something's not right. You feel it. .27.8 here, Matt, and you're kind of over the mark. That wing's down.
I will one day put some vapor on them. I'm not a madman, you know.
Yeah, on the bat wings. The bat wings are these things here, the coffee zip.
They really do look like bat wings.
Fresh tank.
Dive 3. Let's go.
Alright, see you in half an hour.
What we got?
Yeah, 29.3. Bang over the 30. Here he goes. Go astern. Go astern so his ropes lays out that way, not down past the prop. Plus we're dropping in the tide this way anyway. Going south. We done okay there. Done okay at all. Yeah, we actually done alright. Kind of happy with that.
That might have been our best one for a while.
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon we got. I've definitely done my 2 dozen this time. Oh, okay. Let me do that. It's okay. You just do this. Look.
Oh, I see.
Pull it at the same time. There we go. Caught around the sheath. It's done. Let's get the scallops out, see how many we got. Got crockery as well.
Yeah, have you seen my crockery?
Yeah, not quite sure what you got. Mine isn't messware. So what we like to do is look down there through World War I messware. Or
Mine has a cat on it, so I'm guessing it's nothing special.
nah.
It's like tiddles.
Yeah. It's like someone had jelly in it or some sort.
I think we'll return tiddles.
Back to the sea.
Should have done as I had.
Probably had some cat remains in that.
Should have done Titanic.
Oh, you got another one?
Yeah, I had this one though.
Well, that's a half a cup.
Oh, it's just white. I thought it had.
Is there anything underneath? No, it hasn't even got a bottom. So someone, yeah, was in their fishing boat, drinking along. And it was that hot, it looked like it was lava. Either that or a soup, tomato soup. Bloop. Look at them, they're all lovely. Oh Mitch, look at that. Who's put that in there?
You.
That could have been me, yeah. Stitched you up.
That's that one I said, that's too small.
Oh, I tried stitching you up, but you noticed me. I'm not stealthy enough. There's a Martika and Dive Guernsey, just over Matt's Boffs, and the Black Pearl heading back. I'm going to motor up there, motor closer to Matt. So we got boats coming out here, look. How many?
33.
33, that's good, that's on our Richard's dozen. Well, Richard says 2 dozen. It's 2 dozen between 2 of us, but we always do 2 dozen each. Let's have a look at my crockery. Got some dinner plate ones in there, eh, literally. And a saucer. Yeah, back for another day. Let's have a look on the base of that. It's not messware. 21! Oh, there we go. Toucan bone china, made in England, 69, giggity giggity, metallized something group. The next location, somewhere a little bit further out the tide. We've managed to find somewhere tucked away, and we've gone now south of the harbour. Oh, look big enough, but I don't think it is. Put that one back. No, looks like he wants to come with us. You're too small. We're only shallow in 17 metres of water. We've got loads of nose bottom time. 33 minutes. We're going to drift onto the Merle bed soon. This area must have been where someone's chucked all their smalls back. They're all only just under. See a cuttlefish trying to pretend to be a flatfish. Every tiny little bit of old crab pot has got a coma on it. Every single one. Looks like Mish has found an oar. And there's still some huge spider crabs left. They're normally gone by now. There's a decent amount of scallops around here. Look at that purple one. I reckon someone's definitely chucked their undersized ones back in this location. I don't think it's been in recently they've done it. They've probably done it maybe 2 years ago. But there is just loads concentrated in one tiny area. They're well hidden around here, and if you notice, they're all hidden within the big sharp gravel, the larger bits. None of it's in the whiter sand. It's cool when you see that. It's almost like a little tiny vivarium in the sea. A little tiny habitat for stuff to crawl in and live in. Normally you see the butterfly blennies sticking their heads out. Hardly ever find them anywhere else, normally in glass bottles. Let's have one last look at these big balls. I was thinking they were going to disappear soon, but there's not. These are all females. Why they're in balls like this, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there's a big male actually on the top. It's interesting to see him this late in the year. Must be getting closer to these mill beds because these little rifts or these little patterns of the sharper sand are starting to get more and more. There is a little bit of mill in it, but not as much as you'd expect, or not as much as we're going to see. You can see the whole area is like this. It's going to turn to mill very soon. I've been seeing small bream, little red bream, but they're just too far ahead, and when they turn their back to you and you only see the width of their body, they're very hard to film. Every so often at the corner where I always see a little scallop trying to swim away. Obviously it sees us as a predator and it knows, so it swims away. This is pretty much on the mill beds now. I've got a decent bag for a change. It's always nice having a look around this area because there's so much life in the mill areas. This is pretty much right outside the bathing pools. Mish's bag's got so heavy now she's going to have to clip it onto mine. Mine's on the reel with the buffs on the surface, so basically we don't want to damage the seabed, so we just hang it off of there. That's the reason I've got it so high. Just protects the bottom. And so you haven't got to drag it through. Some weird brown algae in this area at the moment. Not quite sure what that is. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but I love this area. This part of the mill bed isn't as good as up near Vivian though. Up near Vivian's even better. We've got 60 bar left. And as usual, as we're coming back up, there's some tangled crab pot lines, so I have to keep an eye on that. Seems to be happening more and more lately. That noise is Matt on the boat coming over to see us, because he can see our bubbles have joined together now and they're right below the buff. And then once we finish our safety stop, we give the line a jiggle, we bounce it 3 times, and that lets Matt know to come over and pick us up. Shows how good the viz is. There's literally nothing in the water above us. In the deeps it's a bit worse. Oh, there's a crab pot line. These are a nightmare when you don't notice them, and they go between your pony and your regulator on the back. You go to turn around and you're actually trapped. It means you've got to take your dive gear off underwater, which isn't the easiest thing to do, but it's got to be done. That is a mega heavy bag.
Bit of an issue. My line is so old, it snapped. It snapped and the bag went back down to the bottom. So I had to quickly swim back down. Get engaged, get them back, the small ones. There's a few smalls in there.
Me and Mitch done very well on the scallops that time. Makes a nice change. If you like that, please put a thumb up and please share it with your friends if you think they'd like it. And I will catch you on the next tide.